Really? We're going with this WWE. Okay, WWE. Let's talk about this. The Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royale. There's a lot of things to bitch and moan about this, but I feel like there's two things to kind of bitch and moan about this and kind of vent about the Fabulous Moolah Battle Royale. One of them is that Fabulous Moolah was a terrible human being. Take the wrestler side of it and what she has done for wrestling history, and if you look at the personal side of it, it's once again another thing of WWE doing their revisionist history on one said individual and using the power that they can always sweep everything underneath the rug to make you care about human beings and everything like that. And then once again, it's another Title IX, the women must be equal to the men theme for the WWE. Now, I'm going to talk about the revisionist history, and WWE has done this for a lot of wrestlers. A lot of wrestlers, they've done this for revisionist history, whether to make them sound great or whether to make them sound bad as hell. Look at Hulk Hogan, for example. Hulk Hogan was one of the biggest draws in the WWE. Now we don't even mention the Hulkster. Now we don't even know about the Hulkster because he had one interview that got caught. And yes, what Hulk Hogan said was ultimately wrong and was not mature for someone of his age. But in one interview, he gets caught saying something very inappropriate and something very racist. And now the WWE has distanced themselves from Hulk Hogan. Act like Hulk Hogan really wasn't that big of a deal. That Austin was the real star for the WWF and WWE all those years. That Hulkamania, yes, it was a platform, but ultimately Vince made that platform. It wasn't Hulk Hogan, the performer. Speaking of Stone Cold Steve Austin, oh man, he's lucky he's not in this time frame. Because Stone Cold Steve Austin is not the cleanest guy in the shed. Steve Austin has been domesticating and abusing some of his past relationships. But that gets swept under the rug. No one really notices about that. Nobody really knows about that. Hell, WWE barely talks about John Cena and his first divorce. They don't like to mention about their golden boy being squeaky dirty a little bit. Hearing about Cena sleeping around in the locker room. There was talks about, remember when Kenny Dykstra was saying that he ruined him and Mickie James' relationships. There's been other reports that Cena likes to get around in the locker room. But no, WWE will change that. Heck, let's talk about another thing that's at WrestleMania weekend, just like this Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royale. The Ultimate Warrior Award. That was supposed to be celebrating guys that, do behind the scenes work in the WWE, but at this point is now just a publicity stunt for the WWE. And yes, I'm happy JJ is getting his opportunity. That kid is absolutely hilarious. Very positive guy. We need more humans like him in this world. But once again, WWE, revisioning history. Not like the Ultimate Warrior was the nicest dude around. Dude's a total prick. Dude is an asshole, and the dude is a major homophobe. And the fact that we have a Warrior Award and that celebrates people doing courageous acts and everything like that, we all know that the Ultimate Warrior wasn't really that type of dude. But yet WWE revisions history about the Warrior and everything like that, and they have the power to do that. They have the power to make you believe something that is true and then also make you forget something that happened, just like they have done with the Fabulous Moolah. Using some of her young students that she used to train as sex slaves for other people, taking money for some of the girls in the back, just being a total prick in general to a lot of the people she worked with and burying careers. A lot of girls talk about it, and Fabulous Moolah is a scumbag for it. And the fact that WWE is doing this, where they're saying, oh, here's a memorial battle royale for this person, is once again another example of the revisionist history. Of trying to revise the fans' history. Time has gone by long enough. Oh, let's just try to make the fans forget about this. Let's see if we can do this. And it's all because to drive a goal of their Title IX stuff. Because here's the thing. I know there's going to be some people in the comment section, some people in general are going to say, Chase, look at Fabulous Moolah, the wrestler, not the human being. No. Because the thing is, we know what Fabulous Moolah did. It's hard to kind of sit there and accept who she is as a human being. She does not deserve a memorial battle royal at the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. Not Fabulous Moolah. Hell no. This is just WWE deciding that, hey, we need to sell a match at WrestleMania. Let's add a name that we know that the family could still make money off of and that we don't really have to pay dirt cheap to. And let's just sell a name that is easy for us because we own the rights to that name anyways. And let's just sell a name so we can have a women's battle royal on the card. Because if they know if they just throw in a WWE women's battle royal on the card, no one would care. Throw in a fancy name that some fans know about, oh yeah, people would care. Especially a legend in the ring like Fabulous Moolah. Look, here's the example I'm going to throw out there. Yes, Moolah is no Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit, what he did was way worse. But if I don't accept when I hear look at Chris Benoit as the wrestler and not the person, what makes you think I'm going to sit there and accept look at Fabulous Moolah, the wrestler, not the person? Some ways, who they are as wrestlers are extensions of who they are as personalities. And yes, there's some stuff that I don't agree with some of the pro wrestlers of what they've done in the past. Heck, my favorite wrestler is Randy Orton. That guy is not squeaky clean. He's a total asshat. We've heard story. The guy has left the military AWOL, high and dry. The dude has shit in WWE Divas bags, allegedly. And the dude just seemed, back then, in his early days, seemed like a total prick. And I'm not denying that. I am not sitting here being like, oh yeah, just look at Randy Orton, the wrestler. No, I know that he's a douchebag of a person. I know that. And I'm not going to sit here and just act like that's not the case. Just like I'm not going to sit here and act like Fabulous Moolah is just a wrestler. Because the thing is, the reason why they have this battle royale is not to really celebrate Fabulous Moolah as the wrestler or her life in general. No, they're having this battle royale to make an excuse so that way they can have all their freaking women wrestlers on the WrestleMania card. So that way they can be like, hey, we're still progressive. Us too. Title 9. That's the reason why this is on the card. And so that way they can be like, oh, us too. You know, we're getting an opportunity just like the guys. Aha. They did it with Rumble this year with the Women's Royal Rumble. They did it with the Chamber with the Women's Elimination Chamber. Now they're doing it again with the Women Battle Royale. That's it. That's the only reason why they're doing it. And so that way they can say they're making progress with the women division when really they're not. They're just saying, they're just literally like that. What was that one song? You know those Shirley Temple DVDs? Anything you can do, I can do better. Watch it that I can do anything you do. No, you can't. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. That's all WWE's doing with the women. It's just saying, hey, they can do it just like the guys, if not better. Here's the thing. I don't like women, and I'm saying this as a guy, and every guy has different tastes, and many guys may not agree with me. But here's the thing. Yes, when I date someone or if I'm interested in someone, I do like if a girl does have similar hobbies to me. But I don't want a girl that does everything that I do. I don't want a girl that is always doing the same exact thing. Why would I want to watch women wrestling if they're doing the same exact thing as the guys? What makes it so exclusive now to be a diva nowadays or a female wrestler? If you're just copying what the guys do. There's nothing original that these women are doing to trailblaze the way. They're just like, oh, we're doing stipulation matches we didn't do in the past, so we're making a difference. No! You're just being thrown in these stipulation matches that honestly, you have no business being in. I have no problem if they want to do an Iron Women match or they want to do like a steel cage match. That's different. That's good progressive. But Hell in a Cells, Royal Rumbles, all this other stuff. No. You're just doing this just for the sake of doing it. You're just doing it so that way you can make it feel like, oh, the men and the women are equal on the roster. The men and women are equal on the roster. What's the point? Like, seriously, why aren't they main eventing WrestleMania then? If the women are so damn important, let them main event WrestleMania this year. Have Charlotte and Asuka main event. You really want to show that you care about these women? Don't freaking do a battle royale that is just another lame ripoff. Have it where Charlotte and Asuka main events. Really, to be honest, when I think of women progression in the WWE, I don't think about, oh, them doing the same shit that the men do. No, I think about them evolving overall as talents. them actually having characters, not just the fact that we're also good wrestlers. That's not a character. That is just them saying they're good wrestlers. We have enough. We are good wrestlers. We can do what the men can do, if not better. We're making history. No, if you want to make history, be like one of the Velveteen Dream or something. Have a character like that on the women's roster. Can't tell you how many times I'm tired of the same bland woman coming up from NXT, and everyone tells me, oh, you will like her, she's a good wrestler. And I say, I watched her in NXT, I know she's a good wrestler. What else does she bring? Like, seriously, when Ember Moon comes up to the main roster, what the hell is she gonna fucking bring besides the fact that she's a good wrestler? What, that she has a catchy tune for 2 seconds of her theme song and that's it? I mean, honestly, man, this is not how you progress the women's division. You're just sitting there and you're just doing some Title IX stuff. You're just trying to show that you guys are, that you want the women to be equal to the men. When in reality, WWE, you don't want them to be equal to the men, and you're never going to make them equal to the men. Because like I said, if you really want to make a statement and you want to show the women are equal to the men, and I don't care if people hate the idea, but if you want to make this statement, you have Charlotte and Asuka main event. Or hell, at SummerSlam, you have Rousey and Asuka main event. Well, actually, that seems like it would make sense because, you know, Rousey's their golden child. Not golden child, platinum child. Golden children don't touch Ronda Rousey's ass. And no, WWE, Ronda Rousey main eventing with Kurt Angle, Triple H, and Stephanie McMahon is not the women main eventing. No, I'm talking about one-on-one women match, not a woman with special privileges, even though WWE's contract with Ronda says she doesn't have those. I'm saying, you really want to show us a women revolution? You really want to show us? Don't make it where the women do the same match types. Don't make it where they're doing the same stipulations. Stop with these women always being good wrestlers. Give me a woman with a character. Give me women with good storylines and not just 6-man tag matches every week. Give me women matches that I can actually care about because you built them up right. That's progression. Not fooling me with stipulations and saying, well, the women are doing it just like the men. Because that right there is just lazy progression. Just like this Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royale. There's many things to hate about this Battle Royale. You can either hate it because Moolah's a terrible human being and she should not get a Memorial Battle Royale at WrestleMania. That's up to you if you want to hate it like that. You can hate it because it's another Title IX WWE Us 2 type of bullshit, which we all know they don't really care about the women's division like that. Heck, when we're reading reports that our first ever Women Money in the Bank is okay with failing cashing in, and shout out to Brad Shepard, because I'm pretty sure if he catches that someone said this in the video and you didn't give him his credit, he's going to get mad. Shout out to him. I really do like the dirt that he gives, so I'm just giving him a shout out. When we read reports like that, how is that women progression? How is that women progression if the first ever Women Money in the Bank looks to cash in and she's going to fail? I'm sorry, this is a joke. An absolute joke. What do you guys think? Comment down below your thoughts. If you guys like this video, give it a big old thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter at ChaseOliver68. Remember, guys, just like, you know what? No, normally I say just like Brock Lesnar, but just like WWE, when it comes to the women's division, sometimes you don't have to give a shit. Or you can be really lazy. Enjoy your day, guys. Pop your collars and say with me, yo!